What's good with the relatives, man? We're back with another one. Something definitely different, but something we have grown used to doing. We're going to learn about everywhere we can, everywhere we can go through this good old internet. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into the history of Las Vegas. The settlement of Las Vegas, Nevada was founded in 1905 after the opening of a railroad that linked Los Angeles and Salt Lake City. The stopover attracted some farmers, just some, mostly from Utah, you'll find out who, to the area, and fresh water was piped into the settlement. There we go with the water, y'all. There we go. I was just bursting with joy right there. The water pipes are here. We have a working settlement. So in 1911, the town was incorporated as part of the newly founded Clark County. Urbanization took off in 1931 when work started on the Boulder Dam. There's a Boulder in Colorado. Now the Hoover Dam. Bing bong. Bringing a huge influx of young male workers for whom theaters and casinos were built. Exactly. Interesting. Largely by the mafia. We know how much the mafia loves their business, right? Electricity from the dam also enabled the building of many new hotels along the strip. The arrival of Howard Hughes in 1966 did much to offset mob influence and helped turn Las Vegas into more of a family tourist center, now classified as a mega resort. Well, of course it was. The name Las Vegas was given to the area in 1829 by Rafael Rivera, a member of the Spanish explorer Antonio Armijo trading party that was traveling to Los Angeles and stopped for water there on the old Spanish Trail from New Mexico. At that time, several parts of the valley contained artesian wells, surrounded by extensive green areas. Las Vegas means the meadows in Spanish. The flows from the wells fed the Las Vegas Wash, which runs to the Colorado River. Prehistory. Gotta love that prehistory. The prehistoric landscape of the Las Vegas Valley and most of southern Nevada was once a marsh with water and vegetation. The rivers that created the marsh eventually went underground and the marsh receded. The valley then evolved into a parched arid landscape that only supported the hardiest animals and plants. Spanish for the meadows, or fertile plains. And not trying to give it all. There we go. A trade caravan of 60 men led by Spanish merchant Antonio Armijo was charged with establishing a trade route to Los Angeles. He was charged with that. By following the Pike and Smith routes through a tributary of Colorado River, they came upon the Las Vegas Valley, described by Smith as the best point to resupply before going on to California. Yeah, they gotta go colonize over there too. You thought it stopped? It don't stop. This issue don't stop. We colonizing everything is what they said. The travelers named the area, Las Vegas, meadows, fertile plains, the meadows. John C. Fremont traveled into the Las Vegas Valley on May 3rd, 1844, while it was still part of Mexico. Yeah, it's part of Mexico. Most of the area between Utah, Vegas, Colorado, Mexico, Wyoming, Mexico. Yeah, you'll find out why. He was appointed by President John Tyler. But let's go find out about Fremont first. Mr. Fremont. He was an American explorer, military officer, and politician. He did a lot. He was a United States Senator from California and was the first Republican nominee for president of the U.S. in 1856 and founder of the California Republican Party, CRP. But of course, what did you think was going to happen? To lead a group of scientists, scouts, and spies for the United States Army Corps of Engineers, which was preparing for a possible war with Mexico. It's a possibility. Upon arriving in the valley, they made camp at the Las Vegas Springs, establishing a clandestine fort there. A war with Mexico did occur. Here y'all go. The Mexican-American War, also known in the U.S. as the Mexican War, was an invasion of Mexico by the United States Army from 1846 to 1848. It followed the 1845 American annexation of Texas, which Mexico still considered its territory. But no, there's a refusal, but we'll get into that in another video. That's a whole thing. Resulting in the region becoming U.S. territory. The fort was used in later years by travelers, mountain men, hunters, and traders seeking shelter, but never permanently was inhabited. But of course, in 1855, check this out, William Bringhurst, he led a group of 29 Mormon missionaries from Utah to the Las Vegas Valley. The missionaries built a 150-foot square adobe fort near a creek and used flood irrigation to water their crops. However, because of tensions rising among leaders of the small Mormon community is very tiny, the summer heat and difficulty growing crops, the missionaries returned to Utah in 1857. They said, nah, 2 years saw to abandoning the fort. The remains of the fort are preserved in the old Las Vegas Mormon Fort State Historic Park. Of course, not much going on. They're not the greatest, and when they do build, it sucks. Continuing. For the next few years, the area remained unoccupied by Americans except for travelers and traders. Of course. Then the U.S. Army, and then, in an attempt to deceive Confederate spies active in Southern California in 1864, falsely publicized that it reclaimed the fort and renamed it Fort Baker. So you build it, you forget about it, then you come back and you reclaim it. That's what happens with them a lot. They do that. Briefly recalling the area to national attention. National attention. Public declarations. Public notice. Public. It just got to be public. That's a gem. Catch on. Hoover Dam and the first casinos. On July 3rd, 1930, President Herbert Hoover signed the appropriation bill for the Boulder Dam. The dam was renamed the Hoover Dam during the Truman administration. Work started on the dam in 1931, and Las Vegas's population swelled from around 5,000 citizens to 25,000. The irony is crazy, with most of the newcomers looking for a job building the dam, obviously. However, the demographic of the workforce, consisting of males from across the country with no attachment to the area, created a market for large-scale entertainment. A combination of local Las Vegas business owners and mafia crime lords helped develop the casinos and showgirl theaters to entertain the largely male dam construction workers. Well, gosh damn it, a lot. Alright, realizing that gambling would be profitable for local business, the Nevada state legislature legalized gambling at the local level in 1931. Las Vegas, with a small but already well-established illegal gambling industry, was poised to begin its rise as the gambling capital of the world. I didn't know anybody else was competing in that. The county issued the first gambling license in 1931 to the Northern Club, La Bayou. And soon other casinos were licensed on Fremont Street. There's a lot of Fremonts and Fremonts. I see they don't have that. Such as the Las Vegas Club and the Hotel Apache. Fremont Street became the first paved street in Las Vegas and received the city's first traffic light in 1931. Earlier wasn't much of a city. January 25th, 1941, the U.S. Army established a flexible gunnery school for the United States Army Air Corps in Las Vegas. Mayor John L. Russell signed over land to the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps for this development. The gunnery school later would become Nellis Air Force Base. The U.S. Army was not pleased with the legal prostitution in Las Vegas. Well, if you're in a war and you're worried about all of this, and in 1942 forced Las Vegas to outlaw the practice, putting Block 16, the local red light district, permanently out of business. Let's move on. Although ethnic organized crime figures have been involved in some of the operations at the hotels, the mafia bosses never owned or controlled the hotels and clubs that remained monopolized by hard-bitten local Las Vegas families unwilling to cede ground to the crime bosses and prove strong enough to push back. I wonder who those Las Vegas families were. A lot of Indian businesses going on, huh? Was it some Englishmen over here? This changed in post-war Las Vegas when Jewish gangster Bugsy Siegel, funny last name, isn't it? Reminds you of someone? Benjamin Bugsy Siegel, sometimes known as Ben Siegel, was an American mobster who was a driving force behind the development of the Las Vegas Strip. Siegel, like Benny Siegel, was influential within the Jewish mob, along with his childhood friend and fellow gangster Meyer Lansky. With help from friend and fellow mob boss Meyer Lansky, poured money through locally owned banks for cover of legitimacy and built the Flamingo in 1946. Get a look at that. Siegel modeled his enterprises on the long-running gambling empire in Galveston, Texas, which had pioneered the high-class casino concepts that became mainstays on the Strip. What you have here is Hotel Nevada, 1 Fremont Street, around 1905 to 1931. So now we're going to go here. Spanish explorers named Springs in Desert Las Vegas Spanish for the Meadows, 1829. John Fremont's Journal of Camping at the Las Vegas Springs brings publicity to the area, 1844. Mormons make first attempt to settle Las Vegas because I guess they couldn't, 1855. Then the mob comes in, huh? So not even 100 years later. Never mind. Nevada is admitted as the 36th state in the Union on Hallows Eve, 1864. 36th state in the Union. May 15th, 1905, follow me. Clark auctions off 600 plots of land. It's not his. Establishing Las Vegas as a town. It's not. 1905, First United Methodist Church of Las Vegas is formed. What is now the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino opens. Opens as the Hotel Nevada in downtown Las Vegas. The Hotel Nevada at the southeast corner of Main and Fremont Streets is the oldest continuous hotel business in Las Vegas, although it has been known as Cel Sagav, Las Vegas spelled backwards. I mean, they are for real. Since 1928 and currently the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino. Las Vegas is a town that's continuously reinventing itself. New casinos, shows, and attractions spring up on a regular basis, out with the old, in with the new. Because of this, many of Vegas's older casinos are no longer here. They've been demolished. Makes you wonder what was really there, because this is what we see today as the Vegas Strip. Back then, this was the Vegas Strip. Clark County is created in 1909. 1909, Nevada bans gambling. 1907, the first telephone wires installed on Fremont Street. At 1929, Las Vegas High School opens. But first, let's see the best historic Las Vegas landmarks. Las Vegas is a city where everything appears shiny and new, right? Where old Vegas casinos regularly make way for mega resorts and implosions aren't out of the ordinary. The last one being the Riviera Hotel and Casino. And we have a Riviera out here. We do, but it's actually a motel. It's all connected. The last one being, exactly. Believe it or not, this shimmering city does offer quite a bit of history, as well as many classic landmarks. Springs preserved, doesn't look preserved, looks reserved. But yeah, not for you. This is for the Mormons. You gotta keep up. Golden Gate Casino. Welcome to the OG casino of all old Las Vegas casinos. First ever to open its doors in 1906. That's about the same time most of our great grandparents were born. Las Vegas High School. What we say, 1929, right? 1929. Yep, 1929. That opens. That happens. This is one high school reunion we love to go to. Las Vegas High School was the city's first and only high school until the 50s. And because it was such an overachiever, it was placed on the National and Stat Register of Historic Places. With more than 70 high schools in the valley today, this one still remains as the one true bay when it comes to Las Vegas history. You hear how they rap? Hoover Dam. Damn, Gina. That's one big structure. Hoover Dam is the pride and joy of historic landmarks near the beautiful city of Las Vegas. The Hoover Dam was built ahead of schedule and under budget, which is hard to believe with the government nowadays, because they got a lot of budget for that, right? Considered one of the top 10 construction achievements of the 20th century, it's no wonder everyone wants to see it in their lifetime. And that's why more than 1 million people visit the dam each year. Gosh damn it. We are pretty cool, but we don't have that many friends, as per Vegas.com. Then we have a mob museum. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Pull out your favorite mob accent and head for a historic Las Vegas landmark that shows the dark beginnings of Sin City in the early 1900s. The Mob Museum is located downtown at the First Federal Courthouse. Now, does that make sense? If they separate things and they trying to get rid of all the crime bosses and crime lords like Larry Hoover and all these guys, why do they make a whole museum for this? They made them an offer they can't refuse. It's one of these things where many of these ne'er-do-wells were sentenced for their crimes. The interactive attraction will have your eyes popping out in disbelief and grateful that you weren't whacked 100 years ago. No need to put on the pinstripes and pull out the Tommy guns. They got you all covered. Get ready to jump in the time machine because it's true vintage Vegas. Mobs, much like New York, another bill for another day. El Cortez, we got a hotel, huh? Little Church of the West for the Mormons. The little tiny church. But they'll tell you they built the cathedrals, so then the popes get to run the cathedrals. That's going to happen a lot. Then we have the Neon Museum. I'll probably go to the Mob Museum because they like to, being a mobster is bad. That's what they say. Paved streets in Las Vegas and received the city's first traffic light. Yep, Fremont Street. And then boom, casinos backers get funding. They always get funding. Then you test the atomics. Of course you do. The city of Las Vegas is incorporated in 1911. So I wonder if they had to do all of that, like all of this here before they got to here. That incorporated word is funny. Laws liberalized to allow for quicker divorce after 6 weeks of residency. I didn't even know that there was such thing. 1919, prohibition is ratified. All consumption, manufacturing, and distribution of liquor banned, much like New York. Come on, man. And this is a picture of land for sale. Land for sale. Whose land are they selling, and why are they selling that land, and why are they so eager to sell that land and people? Population of Las Vegas 2304 in 1920 or I-920. Clark County 4859. Lewis and Clark. Fremont Street paved, but 1925 says. We got that like 1931. Population of Vegas in 1930 booms to 5165. Clark County, kind of a boom, 8532. Paradise Club, Highway 91. Highway 91 is later known as Las Vegas Strip. We're just putting things together. But in 1938, Guy McAfee opens the 91 Club on Highway 91. Work starts on Boulder Dam September 7th, 1929. The El Portal Theater opens on Fremont Street. And why is a Portal Theater open? Now you got to pay attention to the name, man. Western Airlines in 1926 provides first commercial flight at Rockwell Field. Yeah, I'm going in a weird order, but screw it. 1933, prohibition is repealed. But you know what I mean? Yeah, so 14 years. You know they love their 33s. We get alcohol. We get gambling. 1934, El Dorado days begin. All hail the king. Portraying the city's old West thing. The Golden Nugget opens downtown August 30th, 1946. Yeah, they open downtown. Benjamin Bugsy Siegel opens the Flamingo Hotel December 26, 1946. The 9-story tall Riviera opens as the tallest building in town. That all leads to this. Here you have the Mint. Nice building. That's the governor's mansion. Of course it is. Who else's would it be? Oh, you think you're going to live in that? No, sir. Carson City is an independent city and the capital of the U.S. state of Nevada. It's an independent city. It's independent. It can do its own thing. It's a city that is not in the territory of any county or counties and is considered a primary administrative division of its state. Okay, so Abraham Curry. That's him. They always had that mean look on their face, like they're very serious, like they're uptight about something. And I mean, if I didn't own nothing, I kind of be uptight, but I won't go steal it from you. Not Abraham Curry. The Washoe people have inhabited the valley and surrounding areas for about 6,000 years. Yeah. The first European Americans to arrive in what is now known as Eagle Valley were John C. Fremont and his exploration party in January 1843. Fremont named the river flowing through the valley Carson River in honor of Kit Carson. Christopher Houston Carson was an American frontiersman. He was a fur trapper, wilderness guide, Indian agent. It's an interesting word to use. And U.S. Army. Well, where you going? Where you going, buddy? Come here. Come back. And U.S. Army officer. He became a frontier legend in his own lifetime by biographies and news articles, exaggerated versions of his exploits. The mountain man and scout he had hired for his expedition. Later, settlers named the area Washoe in reference to the indigenous people. I think that's how they found it. Like all the World's Fairs and things, you put the dots together, try to piece the puzzle, do your thing. We're all familiar. The history behind the state's oldest casino. It's celebrating its 85th birthday. By now, it's 93. And you'll be fascinated to learn about Railroad Pass Hotel and Casino located in the city of Henderson. Interesting. The oldest casino in Nevada has a truly incredible history. Within the past couple years, new ownership has taken place and roughly $2 million worth of upgrades have gone into repairing the historic hotel and casino. The remodeling that was done at Railroad Pass was done in an effort to help preserve the history of the casino and all of its nostalgic appeal. Nostalgic. The casino was built back in 1931, the same year gambling was made legal in the state of Nevada. It's a lot of dirt, so then they get to this. The math don't be math, and I be trying to tell y'all, most of this was already here. That's Treasure Island, Venetian, Flamingo. Yeah, it's like a strippers. Come spend your money with us after we take it all from. Well, while we take it all from. Frame picture of the casino from the 1930s hanging inside of Railroad Pass. A shot from the very beginning of this casino's long history. Okay. This is a room. You live like a king. Live in luxury. Sarcasm. The hotel has 120 rooms, all of which have now been remodeled. Well, of course, like it's in the middle of nowhere. It's not on the strip. I don't see that here. Dang, Henderson ain't stepping at all. Man, but shout out Vegas, man. Shout out to people in Vegas. The steakhouse looks disgusting. We're going to close out of here. I really like that one. I was just looking for the oldest, you know what I mean? Golden Gate's here. The oldest casino in Las Vegas is the Golden Gate Hotel and Casino, opened in 1906. The Golden Gate is located on Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas. The casinos along what is today known as the Strip opened much later, with the oldest still standing casino being the Flamingo, which opened in 1946. Because, of course, they told you they were tearing down casinos. This one becomes the oldest now because we tore that one down. Hostelry started as a tent. Started as a tent in 1905, but the late John F. Miller soon erected a permanent building, shown above, which provided the most luxurious accommodations and the best food in Las Vegas. In the 1930s, the Sal Sagav, which we now know is backwards for Las Vegas, had one of the 3 elevators in town at Sal Sagav Hotel. A private dining room was a popular place for private parties for the elite of the town. The hotel was later owned and operated by Miller's son, A.P. Miller, and his daughter, Miss Sherman E. Nugent, Helen. On the north side of the building is a sign, Bank of Southern Nevada. Banks. Casinos operate as banks. Yeah, you need a loan, come spend some money, deposit your money, and we'll try to see if we can do that. Which was the second bank established in Las Vegas. The Hotel Nevada holds the distinction of having the first telephone in Las Vegas. Its number was fairly easy to memorize, as it was one. This is per over50vegas.com. Y'all go check them out. The Hotel Nevada had 1 Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas in about 1912. Today, this is the site of the Golden Gate Hotel Casino and the entrance to the Fremont Street experience. Bye-bye, birdie. Bye-bye, birdie. So now we're just gonna skim through this. That's interesting. All great things must come to an end, huh? That's what they tell you. Boom. Bye-bye hotel, birdie. Pow. Gone. Shot. Gone. Controlled demolition. Miss Miller hurt in car accident. Boy, they tried to offer her. Hotel Nevada guest register showing the sign-in page from March 4th, 1907. Hotel Nevada gaming ledger pages from October 1907. Tropicana opens. Yeah, they open Tropicana. Showgirls make debut with Minsky's Follies at the Desert Inn, January 10, 1957. Where were you? Silver Palace in 1856, June 8th. Las Vegas' first 2-story club opens. March 25th, I-960. NAACP members, politicians, and businessmen lift Jim Crow restrictions. Of course they did, right? So yeah, it's a little Vegas from then to now. We looked over the Hoover Dam. We seen some timelines. I'm still a little confused, because now we're here from all of this history. We get there. Let's see. I mean, there's hotels opening in the 90s for real. The Rio opens, the Excalibur opens, the Luxor opens, Treasure Island opens. Tupac Shakur gets unalived, Monte Carlo opens, the Stratosphere opens, the Hacienda opens, it's imploded, the Orleans opens, the New York opens. Wow, Mike Tyson bites off ear. Frank Sinatra unalives of a heart attack. The Bellagio opens, Mandalay Bay opens, the Venetian opens, the Paris Hotel and Casino opens. In 2000s, the Palm Casino opens. Green Valley Ranch opens. Yeah, there's a Green Valley Ranch out here. Wow. Oh, wow. That's, 2001. That's an older artist. Nevada State College opens. They got all that money. The Las Vegas monorail opens. Las Vegas celebrates its centennial. 100. Hooters Casino Hotel opens. Formerly the San Remo. Or Reno. Or San Remo. Hey, Vegasers. Whatever y'all call yourself. Vegasans. Inform me on that. Is that San Remo or San Reno? Red Rock Casino opens. Got a Red Rock in Colorado. Sheesh, man. Appreciate y'all for coming through. Lots of hotels opening. Lots of big businesses going on. I'm still kind of dumbfounded. $1.9 billion Palazzo Resort opens. Any of y'all out there making $1 million or $1 billion? Nah, just the hotels. The $662 million Aliante Station Casino and Hotel opens. This is fun. I hope it was as fun for you as it was for me. I had a great time. This was a great build. This was a great learning experience. This was all great. I love this for us. Keep learning, keep building, stay great. Until the next one.